No, for real. Like Jamaican and Ghanaian.
Yeah.
She's supposed to be swinging.
And welcome. Red button. Welcome to I'm Not Supposed to Be Here, where I'm sitting with
my man. Oh no, I'm not my man. It's my bad.
I'm introducing today. We're switching up the name.
Yeah, you threw me off. My bad. Trent L. Dickson.
Yeah.
The one and only on the switchboard. Also dynamic lover. Also Black Ronin.
Woo.
Black Ronin 27 if y'all want to get at me on PSN. But you know.
What? The shout out to PSN.
You said if y'all want some Street Fighter smoke.
I actually play Tekken.
You play Tekken. How'd you like the new one?
I love it.
You love the new one?
Yes.
And then I'm also greeted with
Andre Sobers. I'm a college student. I'm in debt. If anyone wants to cash at me, Venmo me, feel free.
Send all donations.
Taking donations. And then I got myself. We got Christian in the building, Christian Felix, also known as Eclectic Sage, and I just felt like hosting the Lucy for a second. I never introduced, so I just was like, I want to do it. Mess up the rotation for a little bit.
Nah, you good.
Trent is so thrown off. He's
like, my attention was pulled in so many ways. We were talking about Dominicans and
Dominican Colombians, Jamaican Ghanaians. Like imagine it was a shorty who said she was, I don't know, Nigerian, but she's from Texas. She gotta have it, right? She got it.
He said gotta have it.
You'd automatically assume it's a lot of bumper. Automatically.
I'm crying.
Yeah, that Southern food is a mother.
Yeah. I feel
have you even seen a skinny woman from Texas?
Yes. But there's not very many of them.
Yeah.
They out there, though.
I'm ready to go.
They out there.
I'm ready to go.
Got my horse saddled up and everything.
How do you feel about like being outside of Texas? Because especially I can't imagine myself outside of New York City. Mm-hmm. Like it's such a foreign concept. So like, you came out of Texas. So like, how is that for you? Kind of like navigating.
It's interesting. It's not completely foreign. I think I mentioned this before on the podcast, but as a youngin, I moved around a lot. Yeah. So it was always a constant starting over, being a fish out of water. So it's kind of familiar in a sense. So, I mean, it's not really too crazy. It's just interesting now because when I speak to people and then when certain things come out, it's like, oh, you have an accent. I hear it. And then...
I didn't hear no accent. What are you talking about?
When we get into it, you'll hear it come out. You'll hear it come out. Or the misconceptions people have about Texas itself. Like, oh, did you grow up on a farm? Did you ride a horse? Do you own a pair of cowboy boots? Do you own a cowboy hat? I mean, just different things like that. It's funny.
Do you have a revolver?
Exactly. People assume everybody in Texas has guns. Only about 98% of us have guns.
Only.
Only
98%.
Nah, it's crazy. Road rage is crazy out there. It's crazy. But
I couldn't.
It's not as bad as you think. But I'm from Austin, and Austin's more central, so it's not as crazy as the rest of Texas.
Yeah.
It's a little more liberal, or fake liberal, as I like to call it. But,
yeah, like
it's got its craziness though.
What would be like the roadmap for people that like don't live in Texas?
The places to visit are Dallas, Houston, Austin. Maybe a day drive to San Antonio, but other than that, I don't think there's anything else.
There's nothing else.
Is El Paso in Texas?
Yeah.
Yes, El Paso, Texas.
You ever been there?
Yes, I'm pretty sure I have.
How do you rate it?
I don't remember it. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know. There's some like random spot. Like I remember I was watching this listening to like this New York Times like podcast, The Daily and everything, and they're talking about like Odessa, Texas, and it was like so. It was just like the town was so like it was so like quartered into like its own space. Like they had like the traditions and whatever, but like nobody really imagined ever like leaving that town ever. Like I can't envision like living in such a small town and then like just being that town for your whole life. I don't know.
I don't know. I guess it might be kind of the same with New York, but although New York is way more versatile than Odessa, you know, you just feel you've probably been here so long, you feel like everything you need is here, and if you need anything else, you'll just visit. I think that's the same thing. Like one of the nicknames for Austin is Velvet Coffin. It's like so comfortable there. You know, people just kind of sit there and die. Wow, that sounds more. You know, people say that their whole lives. I'll put it like
insane.
that.
That's insane.
Yeah.
What about you? How do you feel about like? Because I said it before the pod.
Staying in New York for the rest of my life, maybe.
Yeah, like I can see myself living in the tri-state area.
So I'm gonna say this is that I am Jamaican and Trinidadian, and I spent like 3 months in Trinidad last year. So I'm not gonna lie. Once I get my degree, if I got like a work from home job, and I could like live in Trinidad for maybe like a year or something, that'd be so amazing for me.
Yeah.
Or even in Jamaica, my mom be telling me, yeah, you can come stay here for a while. I'd go either. There's a lot of places where I definitely want to like, bro, if I got my degree, I'd definitely go move to Texas. You know how many baddies are over there? Baddies, barbecue, and breakfast tacos? Are you crazy right now?
Too many
Doesn't that sound like a
BBs.
good lineup? That don't sound like a good lineup for y'all? Baddies, breakfast tacos, and barbecue?
The all-star.
Nigga, where do I not have happiness in Texas? Tell me. Right?
Probably East Texas.
Oh, East Texas. Yeah, no.
Oh, definitely. There's a lot of. I would, because I feel like if you live in New York City, you experience the whole world, right? But then
You get bored
not
of it.
entirely. Like you're experiencing facets, but also if you love New York City so much, you know, why not go see the rest of the world? Because you can always come back. You can always come back to New York City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No doubt. No doubt. Where do y'all want to visit though? Like, is there like a particular place in the world that you want to go?
I got mad places.
Throw something out there. Let me hear what you got.
All right, so definitely got to go to
throw up like the top 3 with like the
top
reasoning
3
behind it.
Top 3 places I need to go. Definitely need to go to Ghana. Definitely need to go to Ghana.
Why Ghana?
Why Ghana?
Why Ghana?
That's an interesting place.
Because a lot of black people who were in the African diaspora came from the western coast.
Oh,
so
I didn't
a
know
lot
that.
of, especially I don't know. There's a large Ghanaian population that came to Jamaica and the rest of the Caribbean and even South America. We just have roots over there. And the girls be having big butts. That might be the motivating factor. But I want to give y'all some historical context so I don't just seem like a hornball. Okay, that's definitely That's probably one. I need to go to see Tokyo.
Yeah.
I love anime. I like sushi. I like ramen. So I think I would have a good time over there. Try to be respectful. They got the Mario Karts in the street. Come on. Come on.
That's on the list. Right?
I'm gonna give you a third one. I'm gonna say Brazil because I definitely want to go to see Brazil Carnival, and I just want to go to the beach over there, and I'll be seeing some beautiful Brazilian women. And Brazil has a lot of black people there, but also like Hispanic people. So I think that's pretty close to Guyana too. So I could take a little day trip, get me some roti or something. Pretty cool.
Nice.
Where do y'all want to go?
For me, Japan definitely. But not exclusive to Tokyo. I definitely want to go to the countryside more so than the cities because I've been in cities all my life. But like, I always loved like the Japanese countryside, and I always wanted to talk to
He wants to
and
make
everything.
some lo-fi in the Japanese countryside, and he wants to sample some grass blowing in a field.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, have you seen the pictures of like the big fields and the rice fields? Like, it's so crazy. I know the summers are super hot, so like I know I'm not gonna enjoy it like that.
Christian dinner.
But I'll love it. I'll love it. And then of course I have to go to to Tokyo for like at least a little bit. But I always love Japanese history because for me, it was always so interesting. One, because of like Eastern philosophy and how it differs from like mainland China, but then also the other thing in which they're kind of like changed from like being an imperialist nation to being being isolationist to being imperialist to then being like capitalist so quick, and that kind of like history for me has always been interesting, and being like the only country that suffered like the experience of like a nuclear bomb too. like I really love like learning about the history and how people feel. Like I was listening to how they were kind of reacting to Oppenheimer and how they were talking about that. And I think that is really interesting because I always like sociology and everything. So I kind of want to go over there, just be like a little anthropologist for their culture, and also just enjoy it. But yeah, Japan definitely. I would definitely say, I just want a road trip across the whole U.S. I feel like, I feel like that's just one destination because it's still near me. But there's so many different types of people, and like my mom lives in Florida, so like over there is so different from here, and the people are generally just like really nice, but they're just kind of just vibing out, living their own lives. And so like kind of going on a road trip, going on like a music tour, that would be like the ideal for me. Like just touring, being around.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
playing music across the country and seeing the country for the first time. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, like that's like the goal.
Sounds fun.
And then I do want to go.
You better invite me when you do that. What the heck?
What?
Better not leave me behind in New York. What the heck?
And I want to go. Kind of want to do something similar in Africa. I don't have a specific place. I was thinking maybe like South Africa, just to like
Egypt.
I don't know if I would. I don't know. I'm trying to debate because I would want to go to like these places and like it depends on what biome I want to be in. Do I want to be in a jungle or do I want to be in a jungle or do I want to be in the desert? Because like desert culture is like really cool to like learn about and like see the architecture that they did, but then it's just like more so kind of wanting to see like the history of things. So like apartheid government in like South Africa and like
You know what's really
that
beautiful
is
in
really
Africa?
interesting. Where?
Zanzibar, Tanzania, and Madagascar.
Tanzania, I would definitely go because I have my friend Erika. She's from there. She's really cool. Well, her family's from there. So like
Those three
and
places, so beautiful. I seen somebody take pictures, bro. Doesn't even look like this planet.
Yeah, it doesn't even like look real. Like I want to go to places that like look so surreal, so
Exactly,
that
out
it
of a
just kind of
movie.
like sparks a type of thing.
Nice. Of course, Japan. You took one. That's on everybody's
Yeah, I
list.
think that's on everyone's list, and I think
Yeah.
that's a credit to Japan, kind of bouncing back from like all the stuff that they went through.
Absolutely. Definitely for the countryside. The history. I've always been interested in Japanese culture since I was little. And I've also seen, and some of this is due to the bombing, but they've got a lot of really cool. What am I thinking of? Deserted places, like places that aren't populated by people that I want to explore. Just to see how nature has taken over.
Yeah.
Very much a I'm not supposed to be here moment. And also on my list are Greenland. Once again, I'm gonna say this. I visited Iceland last year. Best trip ever. But
What month did you go?
I went in September.
So like, how is the sky looking like at night? Was it Northern Lights or what?
Actually, I didn't get to see the Northern Lights. Like I specifically went on a Northern Lights tour. And it's one of those things like sometimes you catch it, sometimes you don't.
It's
we
so
were
rare.
sitting there waiting in the cold, and they were like, "Well, if you didn't get this time, you get a freebie for tomorrow." And I was leaving the next day, so I was like, "Nah, I'm not getting a refund off this tour." But it's dope though. I got a really dope night shot, which I'm gonna edit pretty soon. I'm so behind on my photos. So yeah, it's one of those things where you gotta. Sometimes you'll catch it, sometimes you don't. There are for sure places that I didn't go that are probably. Excuse me, probably more likely to see it because I didn't get to hit all the spots.
Yeah.
But
love
anyway,
to go.
So Switzerland and Greenland, I think that ever since, remember I told you I watched that God of War documentary, I've kind of been obsessed with places that feel like they haven't been touched by the hand of man. Like I'm really fascinated with that, and I love being in it. And Iceland definitely solidified that, being surrounded by nothing but green. I'm like, yes, I want to do this all over the world. So those specific, and they seem like really peaceful places. Like I love being in peaceful communities.
Yeah.
Like that's sort of that was probably the freest I felt being out there in Iceland in a long time. being out there by myself. It was a solo trip as well.
Bro, the solo trips always have you vibing, bro.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Do what you want when you want.
I recommend everybody take a solo trip in this
to.
lifetime.
You have
Bro, you gotta do. But it's almost like your own little adventure. Like,
Yeah.
you just by yourself. It's just great.
And I also, I didn't put everything on social media. Took sort of a break, and it's I think there's something to be said about having those experiences for yourself and not sharing everything with anyone else. Like there's some really special moments, and then when I do see the stuff that I posted, I get like little glimpse of it, and it instantly makes me happy. But I also want to go to Paris.
Wow.
Yeah, some of my heroes moved there actually. James Baldwin and Saul Williams, and both for similar reasons. They wanted to see what it's like for a black person outside the U.S. looking in, and
It must be so interesting of an experience, because I can't even imagine. Because my kind of like sense of like black, because black doesn't really exist outside of the U.S. It's like, where are you from?
Or at least not in the same way.
Not in the same manner.
Yes.
So like, let's say somebody's like from Africa. They're like, oh yeah, I'm from this city, from this place, like a tribe. And then it's just like, oh yeah, like, where are you from? Like, where is this thing? Here it's just like, oh, where are you from? Oh, I'm just like, I'm black, I'm from here. It's like like we use like a color to describe our race, but somebody describes like a certain identity. So there's like a little bit of nuance in that. So like, I can only imagine how that is when you go over to a different place. They're like, I think you kind of adopt the identity of an American, which in itself is a privileged thing too.
Yeah.
So you can't really shake it off. But also, it's a little. It must be a weird kind of like fish out of water experience. But I don't know. I feel like taking those like solo trips are very spiritual too.
Very much so.
Bro, I'm definitely considering applying for study abroad and going to Paris, because I know there's so many like African people over there.
Yeah,
I'm gonna run into a Ghanaian baddie, and she's gonna speak French, and then it's gonna be perfect. Imagine you pull up on a Ghanaian baddie and you speak in French to her.
I love French as a language. Oh my god!
Now, does she kind of roll off the tongue, kind of sexy? I don't know.
it definitely hits. It definitely hits as a language. I love watching those old timey movies. Like, I watched a lot of like Italian cinema on HBO. If you have an HBO subscription, it is the firest thing to watch those old movies. Italian cinema definitely hits. And yeah, I just like watching those kind of like slow paced films. I think that's like my kind of comfort. And like, I always wanted to go visit those places. I did go to Spain one time. That was such an interesting thing. I would want to go back again to kind of just solo trip it and explore the country. I like the countryside. I'm not gonna lie.
Did you go with your family?
I did.
Nice.
So it was good to go with family, but I would have preferred to kind of go by myself. But I would want to do that for a place that I'm drawn to more, like a Japan solo trip. I could see that.
Sense.
But yeah, I just like you were saying, like those kind of like areas where it's untouched by man. But also I like seeing like vineyards or like things where it's like slightly touched and slightly thing, but it's like, wow, look what you made with just such a vast space. I like kind of like big spaces. I'm kind of like coming from the city, so everything's kind of cramped. So
No, I get you.
being like in a wide field with like nothing around is like pretty interesting. I don't know. I know we were jamming out before we got.
Yeah. No, I was. And it's funny that you say that, because I was walking around yesterday, and I don't know. I just started to because I was walking around LIC. And I was really, for some reason, in admiration of, because the sun was shining and it was just, the weather was really nice. I was really in admiration of the spaces between buildings.
Yeah.
Like, where it's you see the sun around it, but there's that darkness. And when you walk into it, it's real cool. Like, I don't know. There's something about that was drawing me in yesterday.
And plus you see it different as a photographer too. So like, when you see those kind of like empty spaces, it's like, wow, I can like take a photo and just like compose this in such a way that it'll be visually interesting.
Yeah.
And then like you could take that big space too and kind of like, even though you're capturing a snippet of it, give the feeling that it gives you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it draws you in like that. But yeah, so what's going on with y'all right now in life? What are you guys dealing with?
I don't know. Do you want to keep this as a Lucy episode, or you want to keep it as a?
Oh no, we can keep it. We can keep this one loose.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll keep it light.
Okay, I didn't want to segue and then be like, oh wait, no.
No.
But no, it's just college stuff. Honestly, just trying to. I had an artificial intelligence test. I'm just trying to get this degree. I want to be out of college so bad. I don't want to be here no more. I'm not gonna lie. I just want to be able to like, kind of like, travel, enjoy the space, enjoy life. In my early 20s, so want to enjoy things before I get in my later 20s. I gotta start like hunkering down, worrying about careers and whatnot.
I mean, do you ever really have to hunker down? Do you gotta? Do you have to anchor yourself to something?
Not really, but I feel like you're gonna get responsibilities with time.
Yeah.
In terms of like bills, that's the main thing. That's the main thing. That's the main thing. But yeah, I want to have the freedom to explore. I always wanted to be. I always wanted to be a documentarian when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
I always loved watching those like wildlife documentaries, like a National Geographic thing, and then being like, I always wanted to be a National Geographic like photographer and just like sit in the bushes for like days and then just take like a picture.
Oh yeah, I've been seeing a lot of that lately. People getting like photos of like jaguars really close. I'm like,
I want to make a movie too, low key.
Yeah,
I want to make a movie.
Which
I feel.
I don't know. I feel like I would just be. It might just be like a long vlog, honestly.
Like a long what?
A long vlog, like just me taking a video of me, whatever I'm doing for the day.
Yeah.
Or for the month, really, for a couple weeks, maybe. Just messing around with friends.
Okay. I was gonna say, is it regular shit, or is there some kind of journey you want to embark on?
Nah, it's just regular stuff.
Like a slice of life type of thing.
Yeah, I was just trying to make it as funny as possible.
That'll be pretty fun.
Yeah.
I could see you definitely do that.
Yeah, just having fun, just recording adventures, whatever. And then I could just watch it later on in life and be like, oh yeah, this is hilarious. I remember this day.
Bam.
But what's going on in my life? I definitely am trying to get like other jobs because one of my jobs has just not been paying me for the longest.
You said one of. You got multiples?
I have one job where I do stuff with like cameras, security cameras, and speakers and Wi-Fi and installing TVs and stuff. And then I have another one where I work with food. And that one is
Yeah, I feel like food. I was watching The Bear. Nah, The Bear is a fire show. You watched it?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that show is. I'm still not almost done. I'm almost done with season 2. Don't spoil it yet.
Okay.
But I know the ending is crazy. But like that show is like emblematic of food service. Like it's just so chaotic. I don't know why food is so chaotic and so stressful like that. And then you're not even getting paid. Like it's that.
Yeah, that's because people be hungry, bro. People be hungry.
Yeah,
hunger is like such a primal instinct to feel in your body that once you start feeling enough like hunger, bro, you ready to bug out.
Start acting outside yourself.
Exactly,
yeah.
And whatever's going on with you in other areas is gonna come out there.
Yeah. And then like you're just like. You're constantly working in close quarters. You have like sharp materials. It's hot. Like the working conditions are never that great in a kitchen.
It's normally really small, so you gotta maneuver around people. If you're carrying trays and shit,
yeah,
you gotta learn balance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you have to like shout out. You have to shout out your location, like corner every 2 seconds.
Yes.
It gets so tedious.
Yes.
Then God forbid somebody leave a chicken wing in your workplace. Like, yo, bro.
Yeah.
No way you just ate this where I'm about to cut up more food, bro.
Yeah.
Throw this away. What are you doing?
Oh my gosh, I had one job where somebody would just like leave food everywhere, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like you can't do that. Like they'll just be snacking on the food while they're serving. So I'm like, oh my gosh, like, you can't do that. But I mean that doesn't really happen that often. And then. But also that sanitary test thing is such a joke. I'm not gonna lie. Like they just come in for like 2 seconds and then they're just like, all right, well you don't have like, but it's necessary because some places like can't even pass that. But at the same time, I'm like these things are not like checking.
Yeah, them shits is all dirty. Nah, that show gives me PTSD for real. I remember I had like this one manager who was so full of himself. Like he thought he was the shit. He would brag about being in this movie. It's like, yeah, I did this. Like, it turns out he was an extra in the movie. Like, he really wasn't that big.
All I saw was the back of his head.
Yeah.
Saw the back of his head walking down the street somewhere.
But he was always talking himself up big. His name was. But and like I know the homie is gonna hear this and he's gonna know exactly who I'm talking about. Lucas worked with him as well. But I remember this one time, like it was a long ass day. And you have like the display desserts that aren't really for eating.
Yeah.
But you use them and you gotta keep them preserved and make them look good.
Oh my gosh.
So it was like the longest day, and I get to the back of the house and the display chocolate cake is missing, and I flip. I was like, "Did y'all serve this?" I'm not a manager, by the way. I'm just a regular motherfucker. But I was like, "Did y'all serve that? Who took that?" And it turns out Willie. Oh God! Oh, I almost said his name. My manager at the time, he wrapped it up and took it home. I guess he thought it was like a regular piece of cake, and I could not stop laughing. What? That was the funniest shit ever. Yeah, I don't know if he wasn't paying attention, but I'm like, yo,
I would have been cracking up on
sick that night because
them display food. Oh my gosh, there was one time
you can't even eat that. Like
no, you can't because
I feel like after one bite you would have to just spit it out.
Yeah, like there was one time when I was walking at my nondescript campus, and there was. Yo, I walked into like the food place and they had mold on the bread on the thing forward facing the customers, and I'm just like, yo, how long has that display food been sitting? Yes, it was here. It was yo.
Reason 402, I did not eat.
I do not eat. Reason, yo, I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, I'm not even gonna say the institution that I attend. But well, we can say it here. Ready? Yeah. All right. First, yo, I had Burger King and I had friggin' yo. My friend had Burger King. My son was throwing up, vomiting. I'm just like, come on, man, on the damn space. I'm like, sheesh. And then I had Taco Bell the last time, and then that sent me to the ER. Yo.
Yeah, Taco Bell will tear you up.
I'm like, oh my gosh, this is just. But yeah, food is just not it.
It's not. Supposedly the meat in Taco Bell isn't real. It's like oatmeal or something. So if that be true, yes, that be true. Technically, Taco Bell is vegan.
Kind of healthy.
Yeah.
Kind of healthy.
I mean, I wouldn't be.
Some oatmeal with some cheese and some enchilada sauce.
Not a bad bamboozle. I'm not gonna say.
Like, they could have done you worse. They could have chopped up some chicken feet, some lizard fucking tail.
Like,
said, all right, here you go.
McDonald's got indicted with like the pink slime, and then forever since they've been like, never again.
Taco Bell, yeah, this is just oatmeal that looks like ground beef.
Yeah, that's not.
That's what I hear. That's unverified. It's
pretty well seasoned too. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, bro. Nah, I don't know. It's so crazy because Taco Bell be tasting so good.
Yeah, them chalupas be hitting.
It be tasting so good, and then it just be like, it be so bad when it goes down.
It just goes. It gets past here.
It gets past. Yeah. Like past your esophagus, and it's just like, yeah,
wrong decision, sir.
Yeah, you gotta clear your schedule out when you're eating Taco Bell. For real. Like that's terrible.
I'll be right back.
All right.
I'll be right back. I gotta go get a.
Bet. we don't want to
harmonica.
Yeah, my harmonica.
Nah, is that what you just?
Sage just did a. He's exploring his musical talents more.
So tell me, Trent,
what's up?
What's your best dish that you can cook?
I am. It's funny though, because I was thinking about this the other day. Like when I was younger, my stepmom. Shouts out to the stepmom. She would we would do Thanksgiving at my sister's house because we had our family structure is like it's a little different. So I have three older sisters, one older brother. We all have the same dad. But my sisters, they have a different mom. But, you know, we all were kind of raised together.
Sound like my family, okay?
Yeah. We were all kind of raised
Sound
together.
like you're black to me.
Figgity facts. Shouts out to blackness, yo.
Facts.
Shout out to the black fathers who got 2 baby mamas here, there.
Yeah.
You know what? You did your thing. You got to spread the seed, bro. I can't. I wouldn't be here if you didn't make these decisions. So you know what? Thank you. Thank you for giving me an opportunity.
But no, but yeah, she used to. So we used to do Thanksgiving at my sister's house. Like that's where I would stay, and then I would stay up all night helping my other mom cook. And yeah, like I would be the taste tester. Whatever needed to be done, I would do it. And now sitting here,
A team player.
in my 30s, I really can't cook that much. But let me tell you something. I went
Don't
to
tell the girls that.
But no. I'll try. Like basic shit I can cook. Like that's not like I'm a burn water. But
That's something I would do.
I can't remember. It was for my ex's anniversary or her birthday. We had went to Venice, and we had got this this dish, gnocchi, and that shit was so good. I'd learned how to cook it specifically so
pasta,
I can make
right?
it for her. Yeah, it's pasta. And it was I did like a little. I watched like 3 different videos with 3 different recipes, and I kind of combined them, and that shit turned out good.
That's fine.
So that I can cook. But yeah, like basically,
I may want to get a plate.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, Trent. Next time you make a nochi, letting us know.
Yo, we should do a cooking show and bring in food and just like taste it.
That'll be pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie.
I be thinking about doing like a food review YouTube, bro. 'Cause, bro, when you think about it, okay, I got hungry, took out the camera, ate, and just told my opinion. That was the whole video. I might get 100,000 views in it. I'm doing that
Facts.
tomorrow.
You gotta add the personality though.
Yeah.
But you got plenty of personality. You good.
Thank you.
You got it.
Yeah. You got
I
it.
got plenty of forehead too.
Yo,
Squad.
yo, shouts out to the people out there with a big forehead. We out here repping.
You ain't do nothing wrong. Don't let them tell you nothing.
Yes. You don't have to cut your hair.
You don't have
for
to do
nobody.
nothing. Let that grow.
Yes. Take that hat off. Don't be ashamed.
I have nothing to hide from the world. Except for my shiny scalp. Occasionally.
Yeah, the bald questions be the funniest. It's like,
What are some of the bold questions? I gotta gear myself up in case it happens.
people will ask me like, do you remember? You think you'll go bald? You think so?
Not unless I choose to. I mean, everybody in my family has hair, but like my dad was just like, no. And it's just, so,
I mean, yeah, you may want a fresh start one day.
yeah.
I don't know. I think having shorter hair is so much easier.
It
I'd be
is.
like, I had a little more of an afro before. I had like a little tapered afro, and I liked how it looked. But just waking up to sort of, okay, let me pick it like this and shake my hair this way with the water, and it's just mad work. And then you got to comb it out once or twice a week so you don't have mad flakes falling off your like, yo, bro.
And also, how do you lay down affects it as well.
That's true.
Oh,
which is
D,
crazy.
exactly, bro. If I late, exactly, yo, bro. And the thing is, imagine you picked out your hair and you're at class or something, and you just want to lay down somewhere. Now, if I lay on the back of my head, I'm gonna have to go pick out my hair again so it look regular. It's mad work.
End up
Yeah,
with sideways, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, wearing your hair loose natural is so tough because like with locks, like I wake up, it's like as if I had no hair. Like I'm not gonna
Welcome to the club.
like I'm not gonna lie, like I started off with like most of my life I had my hair like really, really short, so this is like the longest I ever grew it out. And I'm freeforming too, so like with 2-strand twists, usually like you have to go back every once in a while to get them like retwisted or whatnot. I don't even have to like. I did like maybe like I went to a thing recently, and they like crochet hooked it. If anybody knows what that is, it's basically like you kind of weave the hair strands to make it stronger at the root. So like I did that like for the first time, and I don't have to ever do that ever again. like it's like such low maintenance. I get up. The only thing I do is like I moisturize my hair every once in a while. Well, every day. So I just put like water on it and a little bit of oil. And then I just wash my hair every week, and that's it, and just let it rock. And that's like the equivalent of being bald, honestly, because I'm not gonna lie, but loose natural, when I was trying to first grow it out, and you don't have any. Well, first of all, like most of the times, you don't, especially if you're growing it out for the first time. Mm-hmm. Most people don't know how to take care of their hair.
No clue.
No clue.
This is my problem with a lot of like black dads. Like, bro, from age 1 to age 10. You just beaning me, bro. Every day I'm getting every time I go to the bar, bald him up. Bald him up. Bro, they don't even let you like figure out what to do then, bro. They be brushing the heck out your head. They brushing the hell out your head. Rubbing the coconut oil in mad hard. Then, bro, you turn 12, do that for yourself. What? I don't even know. And then you start growing out your hair, and it's a little dry. You don't know what to put in it. You putting Cantu not good for your head. Exactly.
Please don't use a Cantu.
Bro, I'm tired, man.
Yeah, we lost a sponsor, though.
Damn.
Every time we do an episode, we lost BarBque, we lost Taco Bell, we lost Cantu.
We lost Ja Rule.
Yeah, we lost
Oh, shit. Yo, now what y'all say about Ja Rule?
I had a dream that I had an altercation with Ja Rule.
Please, with the belt.
Please see our. Was that the Dreams episode or the episode after?
So. That was like episode. That shit was so funny.
That was hilarious.
Beating up Ja Rule.
Yeah,
he got like 50 cents.
Ja Rule got whooped with the belt. But shouts out to Ja Rule. You was on it in the early 2000s. That was one of your eras.
That was one.
But no, bald questions. Do you remember what it's like to have hair? Do you have to wash your hair? Do you have to wash your head?
How does it feel? Being bald, though, having no hair and the wind rubbing against your scalp? Different feeling.
It's like you get used to it, but like say going from like when I cut my afro and went completely bald, like that was a whole like everything was like
you feel the world.
Like
it's like I feel like there's two like kind of modes of being, right? One, you've had like
bald and not bald.
No, like you've had longish hair for like most of your life, so like you never like experienced that. Like having long hair, like I don't really feel like the wind. Like if it's cold outside, like the top of my head is good. Like if I wear a hat, it's for stylistic purposes. But like if you bald, like you never you need that hat. You need that hat.
Like it said from October to March.
Once you hear that first wind, once you feel that, you'd be like, "Oh, winter's coming." You feel like the first breeze.
Like you're an X-Men. You know when the weather's gonna change. Storms are coming.
I think there's a hurricane on the horizon. My scalp is telling me.
Yo, I must warn everyone.
If I see a ball when they flame forecaster, I know he's accurate.
You don't trust the ball forecasters.
She's got too much hair on her head. She don't know what she's talking about.
Ma'am, step aside. Let him tell me.
Little ball,
what's going on?
Little ball nigga.
Yo. Oh man. That's hilarious.
My cranium can sense meteorology.
Yo, why do you think Professor X got his power like that? They couldn't keep him with hair, because if he had hair, it would have been accurate. Like somebody would have been like, "Nah, bro."
Would you just try to tell me in my mind, bro? Because you got too much hair on your head. It didn't translate properly.
Oh man, that's hilarious. Damn, what were we saying?
Bald questions.
Oh yeah, loose natural. If you loose natural, like my recommendation is like find an easy style to like do or have someone do for you. You gotta style your hair in order for it to grow. Don't just try to be like, I'm gonna pick my hair out every day and it's gonna grow, because you're just gonna lose hair.
Yeah, bro. Combing your hair, you're not even
supposed to be brushing your hair that much.
Bro, I don't think black people are even supposed to be picking their hair out.
Nah,
I heard motherfuckers ever be like, "Yeah, we don't do that." What?
You're supposed to like,
comb it or twist. Yeah, I think you're supposed to like twist out the. I don't even know how you're supposed to get rid of knots in black hair. Bro.
I mean, the best way to do it, honestly, is just moisturize your hair and run your hands through your hair.
And just pull them out.
And just not even pull them out. Like you start from the ends. If you are gonna brush, you start from the ends and then you go to the root. I don't know who kept on telling us go from the root and then just pull the hair straight from the follicle, because like that's how the follicles die.
My hairline look
Yeah.
that, bro.
Wow.
That's how most people go bald, just pulling from the root and pulling straight up.
Maybe that's what happened to me. I used to
see
pick my
Trent?
shit out.
Yeah,
a lot.
that's
See, Trent?
they you
When I
have
tell
to
you-
start from
when
the ends.
I told y'all, bro. You get that bean from 1 to 10, and then somebody just tell you start taking your hair when you 12. You don't know what you doing. You just picking willy nilly. Now your whole hairline off the grid. Now, like
I'm off the green.
I feel like we need like a male hairstylist that like really just make sure every black man really knows what he's doing.
I feel like that's also not to bring it to like, I know we're doing all jokes, but like to be a little serious in terms of hair. Hair is like a part of somebody's identity, and like through like, you know, the eras of like black people in America, like originally like slaves were kind of shaved bald. That was, or like any minority group, whenever they were colonized, they were pretty much shaved bald, or like kind of, because a lot of times it was like hair was a part of that culture. That's why you have like Bantu knots, because the Bantu tribe did those knots, so they're synonymous with those knots. So it becomes like that. So like the reason why a lot of people don't know how to take care of their hair is because generationally it's just some part of the knowledge was like lost and not communicated as well as it could.
I lost my hairline to racism. It's nothing genetic. It's nothing genetic.
I'm gonna bring that up next time. Next time somebody asks me about
Why are you bald? It was a white man. Had nothing to do with me. They brought me here.
It's like same reason my last name is Dickson. God damn it.
Oh man,
They got us good, man.
they did.
Damn.
Got us good.
All right, we're gonna call this one.
Yeah, I don't even know what to name this episode.
I think I wrote down a suggestion. It might be an inside joke because it was some off the air shit that was
We should be like barbecue, breakfast tacos, and bald heads.
triple B.
The BBB. This episode is gonna be so funny to listen back to.
LeVar Ball gonna be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like, we just making enemies now.
Damn.
Yo, I'm not
make it
supposed to
enemies.
be here, Potis. We're gonna have no guests in the future.
Yeah, we need to just have like a tally or a list of people we
Like, is this the
we
Legion
saw.
of Doom? Are we just creating enemies, bro?
Maybe. We started off good.
We were on a great trend. We were on a great start. Oh man.
But yo, shout outs, thank yous, apologies.
Apology.
Anyone with a full head of hair or bald that we offended, we sincerely apologize.
If your hairline's straight, fuck you. if you have medium forehead real estate, fuck you.
That was the very opposite of an apology. Yo, shout out to Lucas, who is not here but always here in spirit.
Yeah, always here in spirit. His comical like cadence is like in this episode for sure, because this episode's so funny.
Most definitely. Go to
Oh my goodness.
lucasmg.shop and get yourself a pair of pants.
Yes, that's our main sponsor for the day.
Yo, and a jacket. He's making jackets too. Yo, shout out to my other mom who showed me how to cook. Yo, who kept me close in the kitchen and show me some things. Show me the importance of family and together time. Love that.
Shout out to traveling. Shout out to people that inspire us to learn new things, because that was my favorite thing I learned from your story.
Shout out to African women. My DMs are open. Andre.sobers_. Shout out to Caribbean women. My DMs are also very open. If you're Trinidadian or Jamaican, we could work out a deal. Shout out to the African American women.
Yes,
I love you too.
Shout out to women across the world. They teach us and they nurture us, and they shout out to femininity. I would love to do an episode that talks about that topic and spirituality.
Yeah.
It's
on the list officially. Shout out to you if you listened. You have been a very, very, very lovely, invisible audience.
Oh, I'm crying.
What?
I was not expecting this.
at you, the way you looked at me, the way you felt, the bad taste.
Take me back so I could understand. I don't know why you left. Is something good at last? I didn't think we'd be gone. Fell in love twice, both dip. Where did she go? Got me lost up in my ego. Had a little up downs, girl. We felt like she saw. I just can't understand. Thought I love you to crumbling. I just can't understand.